Welcome to Blue Talks.
Hello, Northwestern University. It is so great to be here with all of you today. As I look around this room, I see that you've been hiding something. You've been hiding it for a very long time. It's your superpowers. And today, we're going to unleash them. I'm going to show you how you can own your superpowers. Let me tell you a story. In 1974, my parents immigrated from India to the United States. And we all know how difficult it is for immigrants when they first come here. They don't know the language, the culture, they don't have money, they don't have a job, and they have to figure out transportation and even how to use the phone. At least back in that time. We know it, but we don't understand it unless you've been through it yourself. Just imagine being a 10-month-old child and you're learning how to walk. And as you stand on your own 2 feet, even that's hard. But you're gonna fall, you're gonna cry, you're gonna laugh. People are going to laugh at you, but you keep looking forward and you get up there and you're standing and you're walking. My parents had high intentions and purpose. While they were trying to create a life for themselves and for their family, they persevered through everyday discrimination and racism. I remember my dad telling me this story where he got fired from a job because he smelled different. Just imagine how deep they had to dig within their core just to show up. They had to have grit. Every morning as they walked out that door, they wore their cape of courage, faith, and resilience. In 1989, my parents opened the doors to their very first business. They became the entrepreneurs that they wanted to be. They went from survivor to successful. And me, as that little girl, got to sit in the front row seat, learning all these powerful lessons that led me to my success. My parents are my superheroes. And so today I want to share with you how you can align with your own hidden superpowers. So let's talk about your hidden superpowers. Number 1, emotional regulation. When I am in my power, I feel confident, I feel beautiful, I feel worthy and joyful. A couple of years ago, I started doing more self-awareness work around my thoughts, feelings, emotions, reactions. Because when I'm not in my power, I feel tired, unmotivated. I start procrastinating. I start yelling at my husband, my kids, anyone that'll come near me. And my team members also know it's not going to be a productive day. And so I decided that I'm going to take a look at my thoughts, feelings, emotions, and reactions. Queen's University in Canada did a study. And what they showed is that humans have 6,200 thoughts per day. If we have that many thoughts per day, then guess what? We're creating that many experiences, or a lot of experiences, right? Thoughts create experiences. However, have you thought about this? That we have good experiences and bad experiences. How do we label them? It all matters on our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and our reactions. When I used to work in the pharmaceutical industry, I'd drive a lot. Many hours, 2, 4, 8 hours a day. And people would cut me off every day. I wasn't a bad driver, I promise, but I'd get cut off. And that would irritate me, it would make me angry. And I would take that energy into my sales call. Just imagine how productive that call was going to be. Not very. Instead of focusing on the client, I was playing the victim. I was self-sabotaging the entire process. And we do that to ourselves from one experience, one thought, one feeling, one emotion. Do you ever go home and your husband or your children ask you, hey, how was your day? And you're like, yeah, I had a good day or a bad day. We have to start looking at our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and our reactions. I reflect back as how my parents, what did they do in the same incident? And I remember my dad, he would just laugh. And I didn't understand it at that time. And my mom, she would just keep driving as if nothing happened. And I realized at that time that our reactions can either empower us or disempower us. How do you want to feel today? I want to feel empowered. What about you? Right? Yeah. You know, our greatest superheroes, I love superheroes. Superman, Spider-Man, they're my favorite. And what I realized is that they knew how to use emotional regulation. You know what they did? They used their body. Spider-Man used to swing from building to building to calm himself down, right? And then Superman, he'd spin around the earth really fast to calm himself down. Today, we're not going to jump from building to building or spin around the earth, but we are going to use your body. Your body is a gauge. It's a gauge for your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and reactions. So let's do this exercise. I want you to close your eyes. And as I say certain words, I want you to feel them in your body. I want you to notice which parts of your body get activated. Okay? So take a nice deep breath in and a nice breath out. Sad, worried, agitated, irritated, angry, calm, happy, excited, appreciated, loved, peaceful. Take a nice deep breath in and out and open your eyes. Do you see how easy it is to just calm yourself down when you have thoughts, feelings, emotions, and reactions? Just knowing how to calm yourself down. This is a great tool that you can use anytime. It's your superpower. And it's a great superpower to have because you know what? It's going to create great experiences. Implement this into your life. Train yourself to start looking and becoming more aware of your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and reactions. That's superpower number 1. Your hidden superpower number 2 is change one word. How many of you have been trying to change a habit for some time now? Maybe it's an eating habit, exercising habit, social media swiping habit, sleeping habit, right? We all have habits we want to change. What happens is that most people fall apart after a couple of days, right? We all make New Year's resolutions, and I used to follow them for about a month, maybe less than that, but it would fall off because it requires patience. It requires us getting out of our comfort zone. The European Journal of Social Psychology did a study, and they showed that it takes 18 to 254 days to change a habit. That is an average of 66 days. But what if I was to tell you that all you need to do is change one word to change a habit? And we could make it quick. Are you ready for that? I used to tell myself, I believed that I can't speak on stage in front of hundreds of people. I can't be an entrepreneur. I can't be on the NASDAQ billboard and TV media. These were my dreams. But it's one word. Can't. Change it to can. When I started implementing that and training my mind to the I can, my life changed forever. People started knocking on my door, giving me opportunities. I also got to see that I was overcoming so much fear. Fear wasn't an issue anymore. And not only that, but my confidence shot up. Going from I can't to I can is your superpower. So here's what I want you to do. Think of one thing that you keep telling yourself I can't to. Think of one thing. You got it? And now I want you to stand up. And as you stand up, I want you to put one hand on your heart and another hand up in the air. And I want you to say, I can.
I can.
Again, I can.
I can.
Yes. See how it feels. Look at that. You just rewired your brain. You increased the levels of dopamine. And you've got a smile on your face because you started to believe that you can. And that's all it takes. I remember my dad, at the age of 70, a couple of years ago, he went back to school. And everybody thought he was crazy. He was losing it. And he wanted to get his HVAC license, of all things. He had no support. People mocked him. Every day he had to hear it inside out. It was like, you can't do this, you can't do this. But he proved everyone wrong. He even proved it to himself that he can, because he believed it so deep within inside him. When you have a passion, you have a purpose, you can. This is your superpower. It's your superpower number 2. Your hidden superpower number 3 is your intuition. How many times have you felt like, yes, I just need to do that. I could just feel it. Or maybe you've said, oh, that's a bad idea. I don't know what it is, but it's telling me it's a bad idea, right? That's your gut feeling talking to you. We get these gut feelings. Well, let me tell you a fun fact. Spider-Man had these little tiny hair all over his body, just like a spider. And these hairs carried an energetic vibrational frequency to help him detect his environment. And that's how he was able to see where there was danger, or if it was safe, and make decisions. We have the same superpower. We have the same superpower. We can detect. It's our intuition. Some of our greatest leaders are using their intuition to make big decisions. Oprah Winfrey, Steve Jobs, Winston Churchill. We could go all the way back to Aristotle's time. So many articles showing that even back then they used to use their intuition to make big decisions. Harvard Business Review shared a study saying that 85% of CEOs are starting to use their intuition to make decisions. And so if you're trying to make decisions, if you're trying to refocus, if you're trying to concentrate, let's use our intuition. It is a superpower. The reason I keep bringing this up and the importance of it is because there's so much noise out in the world. And that outside noise is becoming our inner noise. Do you ever have the mind chattering? You can't sleep at night? Maybe you're always on the go, go, go. Even your vacations are like, you feel like you have to do something. This is the noise I'm talking about. We need to center ourselves and get quiet. Remember Wonder Woman used to do that? She would just get quiet so that she could make those decisions that she needed to do to save the world. We need to start saving our world, inner and outer. And intuition is the key. I want you to just think about this. Think about a decision you've been trying to make for some time now. Or maybe something that just came up in the last 24 hours, and you have to decide on that. And just close your eyes and ask a yes/no question. What's the very first impression you get? And now open your eyes. Do you see how easy it is to tune in, to get quiet, to get centered? Sometimes, I know, we second guess ourselves and we get into the logical mind. But it's time to tune in. I'm going to be completely vulnerable with you guys right now. I've been practicing and implementing and training my intuition for years. And as I was preparing for this talk with all of you today, I had all the bullets written. Everything was beautifully structured. And I asked a second opinion. And of course, I don't want to say that I wasn't trying to change anything, but my mind's like, yeah, change it. And so I did. I didn't ask my intuition. And when I went to my coach, she said, Dipal, why don't you add this in there and add this and add this? And I thought to myself, I had it all in there. It was all already there. So sometimes we second guess ourselves because we don't trust ourselves, and it's time to really dive deeper. And it doesn't matter whether it's a small decision, a big decision, ask your gut. Right? Whether you're going to a restaurant and you're looking at a menu and the waitress says you want penne or fettuccine pasta. Sometimes I get flabbergasted. I'm like, oh, I have a choice. We all have a choice. Or whether you're hiring somebody and you have two equal candidates, what are you going to go with? Who are you going to go with? Sometimes that gets hard. It's always your gut guiding you, who or what you're going to choose. Your intuition is your GPS in life. Start training it, implement it into every part of your life. This is your superpower number 3. Today, I want you to take away that you can make anything possible. Anything. You can make your dreams come true if you start implementing these 3 factors into your life. 1, emotional regulation. Self-awareness of your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and reactions to create great experiences. Number 2, changing one word from I can't to I can. Number 3, intuition, letting your gut guide you. I want you to be in your superpowers more often because I know you are high achievers and you want to fulfill your dreams. And I know you can. I believe in you. Thank you so much for having me here today.